All right, hello everyone. Setting up for hole number 9 here. Getting ready. Just jump right in here. Oh wow, so that's an interesting wind. So you have a couple options. You could, potentially maybe even go for the green here. What I'll typically try to do with winds like this is try to play this hole a little bit more aggressively. So I'm even thinking about backing down to a Titan here, just because it's going to give me that a little bit of extra wind. And you'll see that I'm trying to kind of almost aim for up here. Because of all this curl I'm going to put, it's actually going to land much more towards the center. So make sure that you guys are doing similarly. And all I'm going to try to do is just try to bend this corner and get it to where I can get kind of as straight as possible for my approach. And you'll see you usually get a fairly good rollout. And I should be able to get it up here to hopefully short iron distance and hopefully have a relatively straight wind as well. That's one of the biggest reasons to get up into this. You can see that the way that this wind arrow is pointed, I'm going to have a straight tailwind. Going to be yet another very, very makeable shot. This whole setup is kind of really set up to just kind of dissect this course. I would expect, guys with a POC 6 or 7 to just be able to just derail this setup. You're looking at, a significant amount of albatrosses. All the par 4s are going to be eagleable. Plus, almost 2 guaranteed albatrosses. With very easy wins, there's going to be some very, very low scores in this tournament. So don't be surprised to see 16, 17 unders on the sides here. Because when you look at this wind, it's going to be extremely easy. Extremely easy setup. So that's at 9.0. So I am kind of, down towards mid-club a little bit. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 5-ish rings or so. 4.5. 4.5 rings. So 4.5 rings, straight in the center, perfect ball. And, I already know that this is at least going to lip out. Like it's going to be very, very close. So sure enough, perfect ball in the cup. It's going to be, very, very easy hole. That's going to leave both par 5. You could easily have three albatrosses on this setup with this wind setup. It's not going to be out of the question. I expect to see a lot of, 16, 17, 18 unders, especially for guys with a POC 6, a POC 7. They really shouldn't even be on this setup. They should probably just disallow those clubs, to be honest with you. Put in a rule that says you guys can't play. Like you have to go to Masters. Because those guys, I'm telling you, they have an advantage. They're going to be able to get up here farther. To be able to get this to min club on the pitch, to be able to get it to min thorn as opposed to mid club thorn. Additionally, on the other, they'll be driving the other 2 par 5s. And on top of that, hole 8 was essentially set up to make guys that have a POC 7s, for instance, be able to topspin it all the way onto the green and nobody else can. So, definitely something to worry about. If you don't have an experienced bag, this may actually be a good time for you to go up to Master just to try to get some berserkers, try to get some kingmakers, because as I mentioned, this is kind of geared towards a bomb fest to where guys with a POC 6, a POC 7, they're just going to be shooting ridiculous scores. So keep that in mind. Good luck, and I'll catch you guys on the second playthrough coming up here.